of mercy, of mercy.
Let the choir sing, voices rise, and remember Aretha Franklin at church services Friday in Detroit, her hometown. New York was home too. There are several subway stops along Franklin Avenue and Franklin Street in Brooklyn and Manhattan. They're named after somebody else. But now they're Aretha Franklins. And there's one word to describe them. R-E-S-P-C-T, find out what it means to me. Artist Leroy McCarthy lives near Franklin Avenue in Bed-Stuy Brooklyn. He hoped to show some respect here.
I think it's a great move by the MTA. The word respect is very significant. If it's Aretha Franklin song or if it's just to share that we should all respect each other, that's very important. And the MTA, they moved quickly. Within 2 weeks to have this executed and placed on the wall. So I'm very thankful to them for supporting the artistic vision.
It's just a great reminder for everybody. So I just think it's a beautiful way to represent a beautiful person and everything that the word means.
Maybe there'll be a subliminal message to everybody who takes the subway. Respect.
The MTA printed up the decals in-house, saying they worked with local leaders to memorialize the outpouring of love. Respect to Aretha Franklin, making New Yorkers and the MTA take notice. Greg Mocker, Pix11 News.
With a stencil and some spray chalk, an artist placed the name Aretha next to the word Franklin throughout the Franklin Avenue train station in Bedford-Stuyvesant back on August 16th. That's the day Aretha Franklin, the legendary Queen of Soul, died. The MTA eventually removed the unauthorized tributes, except this one sitting way up above a window along the elevated Franklin Avenue shuttle. The singer was not a New Yorker, but definitely revered here.
Aretha is a legend. She was a legend to us. I love Aretha Franklin. I used to dance with her music when I was a little girl.
Although the MTA took down the stenciled Arethas, it did place these small respect signs in the station, a tribute to her most famous song. Now there's a campaign for the MTA to go much bigger, to paint the word respect on a blank station wall outside the Franklin Avenue stop, so it looks like this.
Let's celebrate Aretha Franklin. Let's celebrate art and creativity and a beautiful voice and a beautiful person.
Leroy McCarthy is leading the charge. He considers himself a cultural advocate and was successful in convincing the city council to approve street co-namings for Brooklyn rapper Notorious B.I.G. and Staten Island hip-hop group Wu-Tang Clan. McCarthy says the Franklin Avenue wall is a perfect spot. Not only does it need sprucing up, but the song title is as powerful as Franklin's voice.
It's a message that transcends. If people see it and don't think of Aretha Franklin and they just think respect, that's beneficial to everybody involved.
Commuters we spoke with agree.
I think that's a beautiful thing. Respect is very honorable and is needed in the community.
It would be wonderful if we can have it right here. It'd be a good thing.
The MTA says it's in talks with McCarthy about the project, but wouldn't confirm it was a go. However, McCarthy hopes things move quickly to have the big, bold tribute up by March 25th, the day Aretha Franklin would have turned 77 years old. In Brooklyn, Jeanine Ramirez, New York 1. Aretha Franklin's biggest hits echoing through the Franklin Avenue subway station as commuters return home on the day the legendary singer would have turned 77 years old.
We're celebrating Aretha Franklin's birthday, which is today, March 25th. Please don't forget to pay tribute to the Queen of Soul.
I think it's such an honor to be on Franklin Avenue to honor Aretha Franklin's birthday. What a diva, what a R&B superstar. Aretha Franklin is the soul sister #1.
Community activist Leroy McCarthy coordinated the performance, not only as a tribute to the Queen of Soul who passed away on August 16th, but also to help move the MTA on his proposal to decorate the blank wall outside of the Franklin Avenue station with the word respect, a nod to her most famous song.
Regardless if you know that R-E-S-P-E-C-T is a Aretha Franklin song or not, respect is something that is significant that can transcend beyond music.
McCarthy calls himself a cultural advocate. He was instrumental in convincing the city council to approve street co-namings for Brooklyn rapper the Notorious B.I.G. and Staten Island hip-hop group Wu-Tang Clan. He first pitched his mural campaign to the MTA in August, building on the tributes that already took place in the station. The Aretha names that were temporarily sprayed in chalk on the subway walls, and the respect signs the MTA put up. There is no shortage of support for McCarthy's mural idea.
Most
close commuters. We all don't love each other, but we sit next to each other. That's a good thing to respect, you know.
She could move you with any song that she sang, and that's what music is about. It's about coming from the soul and touching hearts.
The MTA says it's in talks with McCarthy about the project, but won't confirm if it will happen. And while the singer was not from Brooklyn, she remains very much loved here, now 7 months after her death.
Today's your birthday, right?
In Bedford-Stuyvesant, Jeanine Ramirez, New York 1.